everybody knows who this guy is. I'm a Cowboy as well. What's going on with us in the playoffs, man? Like, what is it, man? Is it a top to bottom thing? Is it the guys on the field? Is it the coach? Like,
Let me just. I'm gonna give you an analogy. You hear all about the MJ stories, right?
yep,
How competitive he is, right?
yep,
He's not just competitive on the basketball court. He's competitive in life, period.
period. Still is
That
today.
still is to this day. That competitive spirit, even in practice, makes everybody else around them better.
Yeah,
He's putting you through a grind and putting you through a test. Then once the game began, you don't have to worry about being ready to play because you're already ready to play because mentally you're already there.
you there.
Our Cowboys, I don't know if they've been through that grinder yet.
Yeah,
I don't know if they understand what that grinder really looks like or feels like.
okay.
When you think about what the Niners did to us in week 3 or 4, whenever it was,
Yeah,
they grinded us.
yeah, they did.
They practically bullied us.
That was like playoff football.
That was playoff football.
Yeah,
And we couldn't match that energy.
right.
And when you think about how we played Philadelphia up there in Philly, it was playoff football.
Yep.
But we couldn't close the deal.
we didn't close
You know
it.
why we couldn't close the deal? We haven't been in that type of pressure type situation enough.
Okay.
Because we don't practice like that. We don't compete like that.
Yeah.
And we think that we can walk onto the football field with talent and just allow the talent to just compete at an average level
Yeah.
without bringing the mind, body, and soul. And to me, that's the difference between a team that's ready to play
Yeah.
versus a team that needs to get ready.
Right. Okay, so we had Bruce Smith on here yesterday. My pops played 12 back in the 80s, Bobby Butler. They always talk about the game is soft now because of the new rules.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce mentioned that yesterday on air. And
Right.
you're talking about the grinder, the practice, the competitive nature.
Right.
Do you think that is because of the new rules, or do you think it's probably because of the coach and the style in which they practice?
It's a combination of both.
Okay.
The rules of the game favors the offense a lot.
Correct?
It favors the offense a lot, and it's not as supportive for defensive players.
Okay.
Pass interference, roughing the quarterback, roughing the pass, and all this kind of stuff. That part has lessened the value of the game, in my opinion.
Okay.
Offensively, coordinators are enamored with the passing game, which is the league itself has shifted itself to a pass-happy league.
Yep.
And they are adapting to the abilities of the players that's growing up in these systems at the collegiate level, high school level, and even at the Pop Warner level now.
Yep.
Everybody wants to throw the ball, even at the Pop Warner level.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's who they're raising and grooming right now.
Right.
And so guys that you normally wouldn't see playing the slot, they're making room for guys to play the slot.
Yeah, right.
They're making room for that. And guys that you normally would see in the backfield, you lose in sight of who they are. The fullback position is none and void right now.
Yeah.
It's replaced by a hybrid kind of tight end.
Yep.
And so the game itself is shifted. And the way they're training kids now and the way they're teaching kids has also shifted.
Yep, that's true.
Kids don't know how to tackle. That's why you see guys holding on, they're not tackling.
Right.
Because either they're trying to cater to the game and the injury factor of the game,
Right.
or not. I don't think they care that much about the injury factor.
I don't think they're
No, I don't think they really care.
No.
So tackling is fundamental to the game.
Yep.
It's fundamental to blocking,
Yep.
and it's fundamental to running and tackling.
Yeah.
All that is fundamental to the game. So if you're not teaching it, guys can't do it. And they think they're good at it, and they're really not.
So while we're on the topic of the running back, let's talk about Chris McCaffrey and Isaiah Pacheco. Who do you think has the bigger game? And who do you, no, stop. Who do you think has to have the bigger game for their team to win the game?
I think McCaffrey, I got to put the pressure on McCaffrey
Okay.
because he is so dynamic. And Cal Shanahan is such a great offensive coordinator. I'm going to call him a great offensive coordinator because when I look at their systems, And I see how they move players around and disguise certain things and take advantage of matchup issues because of that. Whether you're utilizing Debo and Christian in multiple twos of formations and areas and motion them out of the backfield, into the backfield, creating one-on-one issues. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's taking advantage of your talent. They're putting your players in a position to where they can make plays.
Right.
I love that. When I think about the Chiefs, Pacheco, they can win without Pacheco.
Okay.
Because they got Mahomes.
They got Patty.
They got Patty and they got Kelsey.
Yep.
And if the wide receivers don't drop the ball, they can win with those wide receivers.
Right.
So, to me, it's more on Christian McCaffrey being able to be who he is.
Yep.
Running with the rock, catching out of the backfield in space, and making dynamic things happen.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm new age Cowboy, so I ain't make it to the Super Bowl. You the OG Cowboy that made it to plenty of Super Bowls. Tell me about, like, the Super Bowl routine, or if there was a little funny thing where I couldn't go to sleep. I threw up maybe before this game. Give me a little something, man. Tell me a little something.
All right. That very first Super Bowl, there was not another experience in any of the other Super Bowls quite like that very first one.
Okay.
You're getting amped up, trying not to be amped up, but you are so fired up and so jacked up and so hyped up and ready to go play this game that you are completely exhausted before you even start the warm-up process. And when you're warming up, you feel like you're out of shape. The air is thin. Feel like you can't breathe. And that's all of the anxiety and all the build-up pressure of being able to play in this game.
Right.
And I never forget coming out of the tunnel and standing in the end zone, Michael Irvin and I, standing up, looking around, and talking about how big of a moment this is for us. 2 Florida boys.
Yep.
One from the bottom, one from the top.
Yep.
Out in sunny California.
Yep.
Getting ready to play in the biggest game of our careers. And we are the underdog.
Yep.
And you're looking around and you just taking in the moment and you realizing this is about to go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we both came through that tunnel and stayed at the end in the end zone. And we like, did you feel that?
Yeah.
The ground just shook. No, it was our legs just trembling because of the nervousness of the energy that we had at that time. So that's what happens in the very first. The second one is a lot less. The third one, you're pinching yourself trying to figure out, am I here? Is this real? What's wrong? Something wrong with me?
Right.
How come I don't feel like I did 2 games ago?
Right.
Experience.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, now I got something in my hand. This looks special. Talk to me about your tequila, man.
All right. Been working with Tequila Headador for like the last 10 to 13 years.
Okay.
And I've been with that brand before the tequila category blown up.
Yeah.
It has blown up over the last 5 to 6, maybe 10 years.
Okay.
And so for me, this is a premium tequila. Headador has a number of tequila, premium tequilas like Ultra and Nejo. They have Legends. They have Selección Suprema. They have the double barrel Reposados. They have the double barrel Anejos. All of those are quality tequilas. And I stacked them up with any of them out there in the marketplace. So I'm proud to be working with them for 13 years. I'm proud of what we represent and just trying to continue to push the brand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emmitt Smith, a legend, the GOAT. My man. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.